Welcome students to today's lecture. We are beginning a new topic, that is engineering materials. A large number of engineering materials exist in the universe, such as metals and non-metals. So these could include leather, rubber, asbestos, plastics, ceramics, organic polymers, composites, and semiconductors. Leather is generally used for making shoes, making belt drives, packing, washers, etc. It is highly flexible and can easily withstand against considerable wear under suitable conditions. Rubber is commonly employed as packing material, belt drives as an electric insulator. Asbestos is basically utilized for lugging round steam pipes and steam pipe and steam boilers because it is a poor conductor of heat, so avoid loss of heat to the surroundings. Now, engineering materials may also be categorized into metals and alloys. Ceramic materials, organic polymers, composites, and semiconductors. So the metals and alloys have tremendous application for manufacturing the products required by the customers. So let's look deep into metals and alloys. Metals are polycrystalline bodies consisting of a great number of fine crystals. Pure metals possess low strength and do not have the required properties. Alloys are produced by melting or sintering two or more metals, or metals and a nonmetal together. Alloys may consist of two more components. Metals and alloys are further classified into two major kinds, namely ferrous metals and non-ferrous metals. Ferrous metals are metals which have the iron as their main constituent, such as pig iron, cast iron, wrought iron, and steels. Non-ferrous metals are those which have a metal other than iron as their main constituent, and these could be copper, aluminium, brass, bronze, tin, silver, zinc, invar, etc. So in the tree diagram here we have engineering materials. Their major subdivisions include metallic material and non-metallic material. Below metallic material we have ferrous and non-ferrous. Below ferrous we have steels, cast iron, and types of steels we have plain steel, carbon steel, alloy steel. Types of cast irons we have gray cast iron, white cast iron, malleable cast iron, ductile cast iron, and nodular cast iron. Under non-ferrous we have aluminium, copper, manganese, tin, zinc, lead, nickel, and their alloys. And non-metallic materials are further subdivided into organic and inorganic. Under organic we have plastics, wood, paper, rubber, leather, petroleum. And inorganic materials include mineral, cement, glass, ceramics, and graphite. So ferrous metals, why is it important for us to study ferrous metals? You want to see how are they extracted from their minerals mined until they make useful metals. So ferrous metals are iron-based metals which include all variety of pig iron, cast iron rods, and steels. The ferrous metals are those which have iron as their main constituent. The ferrous metals commonly used in engineering practices are cast iron, wrought iron, steel, and alloy steels. The basic principal raw material for all ferrous metal is pig iron, which is obtained by smelting iron ore with coke and limestone in the blast furnace. The principal iron ores with their metallic content are shown in the table. So when you extract the iron from the mines, then it exists in the following form. The first one is hematite, which is iron 3 oxide, magnetite, and the hematite is red in color. It consists of 70% of the iron, and magnetite, which is iron 2 oxide, which is black in color. Its composition, the iron composition, is 72%, and limonite, which is brown in color. It has 62.5% of iron inside it, and siderite, which is brown in color, which has 48% of iron. So main types of iron include pig iron, cast iron, and cast iron are further subdivided into white cast iron, further subclassified into white cast iron, gray cast iron, malleable cast iron, ductile cast iron, mehanite cast iron, alloy cast iron. Wrought iron is another type of iron, steel, and steel is further classified into two major types: the plain carbon steels and alloy steels. So under plain carbon steels we have dead carbon steel, low carbon steels, and medium carbon steels, and high carbon steels. Alloy steels include high-speed steels, stainless steels. So some important ferrous metals is what is important when we are studying this. We will study their extractions, their composition, properties, and their common applications. So this marks the end of our today's discussion, students. Let's meet again in our next class. Thank you for listening and watching.